Jay-Z's lawyer has already made an irreparable mistake that's going to cost Jay-Z the entire trial. He's lying to the American public, and they know it. His lawyer has already lost all credibility. And when your lawyer loses credibility, you therefore lose credibility. There's nobody who believes that Diddy and Jay-Z aren't friends. So for Jay-Z's lawyer to come out saying this publicly and continue with this position to trial, he's going to lose all credibility. And therefore, Jay-Z's going to lose all credibility because the jury can consider credibility. In fact, they have to. It's one of the instructions that the judge gives them. Jury's going to look at him and say, your lawyer's a liar, so you're a liar. And they're going to convict Jay-Z within minutes if he continues to claim that him and Diddy aren't friends. How insane is that?
Now, I'll be honest. When I heard Jay-Z lawyer come out and make that claim, I was sitting back like, huh? Now, true enough, we have been seeing them in the public eye together throughout the years, and it could just be that they're meeting up at those particular events, not even having any in-between conversations and all that. That could be true, but just being completely honest, for public perception, we've seen these guys at countless events together. I watched Diddy smack you on your, you know what I mean? No, Diddy. Smack you on your cheek, my guy. Jay-Z, that is. On stage, you know. Diddy also said that Jay-Z is the only one that can call Diddy by his government name, Sean. Why would the lawyer do this? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I just don't think it was a smart move to make. Somebody just wrote their best guess as to why Jay-Z's lawyer made such a huge mistake is that he's trying to pave the way from a motion to sever the co-defendants in the civil case. So he's already claiming that they are not friends, and when the trial comes up, he's going to claim that it's too prejudicial for Jay-Z and Diddy to be together as co-defendants, and he's going to move to sever the case. He will lose that argument, they also wrote. Somebody also said, nah, I ain't. I'm going to say what I would say. I would have fired my attorney that day, okay? He would have got fired that day. Like, oh, come on, bro. You don't say that we ain't friends, dude. Somebody said, exactly. It would have been better for his image just to say he can't comment because they are friends. Yeah, man, I don't know. I don't know what made him take this route because, I mean, of course, if the jury says that, hey, your lawyer's a liar. Now, moving on, Rogan. He chimed in on this and he said, do you think the government was involved in this whole P. Diddy stuff? And his guest, Dylan, I'm not sure what his first name is, says 1,000% he is. Let's watch it.
Do you think the government was involved in the P. Diddy stuff?
1,000%.
Really?
I think they wanted to blackmail serious Hollywood people, serious music people, serious athletes. I think that Diddy opens up a different world than Epstein opened up. And I think if you want control over people in that world, there's startling similarities between Diddy and Epstein. And, you know, I mean, Diddy had the same head of security as Michael Jackson.
This also makes me question, though, because, I mean, the government, they are just as corrupt. Why would they be trying to, well, I mean, it makes sense. You just said that they're trying to take back power. And say, okay, I'm following. I got you. Michael Jackson, bodyguard, Diddy.
Same head of security as Michael Jackson.
What does that mean?
Well,
was Michael Jackson in the government?
No, Michael Jackson has been credibly accused of inappropriate activities.
Oh, right.
And he had a security guard.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just an interesting connection.
But generally, like, people that specialize in top level celebrities like that, they work in the same circles.
Yes, but those are two top. Yeah.
But I see that's what's interesting is like we didn't know about the Diddy thing until, look, I've been in Hollywood I was there for 26 years or something like that. I didn't know about the Diddy parties.
No, I think you have to get invited to
a white party, like on like fucking People magazine or something like that.
Well, I think it's just one of those things that like you're invited to and you could go and show up there and stay for an hour and it's all completely innocent. And then there are after parties or certain things.
Well, they would tell people,
right?
You know, at midnight, you better go the fuck home, or
it gets wild.
Be prepared to freak off.
And there's targets. I think people, they want leverage on certain people.
Well, certainly if you have artists, right? Like, say if you have an artist, he's the next Tupac,
right?
And you imagine the amount of money
that'll never happen.
A guy like that can generate. If you have some like super talented artist,
right?
Fucking compromise them.
Yeah. Well, that's
You
right.
got him.
And now you have him, and now he's got to kind of do what you want.
I'll just say this. Stuff like this don't go on for 20 plus years and the government has no inkling of it. I mean, quite literally, I seen the video we seen years ago when Kanye West went on his rant about Diddy and celebrities, and he even said that Diddy was the Fed, and part of his deal was to go after people like Kanye West, which means that, which kind of aligns with what they saying right here, because they saying that you have to be invited to the party. So, you know, maybe Joe Rogan didn't fit the criteria of the blackmail list, you know what I mean? But I will say it's definitely giving Epstein all over again. Just a slightly smaller scale, some would say, but some may say it's slightly bigger. Somebody said, has anyone seen that movie American Gangster? Yes, I did. Turns out Diddy's father was the Air Force pilot in Vietnam. Makes me think that the CIA would have kept a close eye on Diddy. Same with Jay-Z, whose predecessor, Jazzo, was a visible figure in the Nubian nation. It adds up. He sure got away with a lot of illegal stuff for a lot of years. People looked the other way. Definitely. I know that for a fact. Once that hotel video came out, that's what made that statement that we just read very apparent. It's people that know a lot more than what has come out. People that's been paid under the table to keep things quiet. Because, I mean, if he was able to pay, you know, multiple staff members, there had to be multiple staff to be able to see that video, to get rid of that Cassie video at that time. It's not far-fetched to say that that's not the first time or the last. Somebody said Michael Jackson has not been credibly accused of anything, so I have to discount the rest of what Dylan says. Jackson was innocent, asked Trump. CIA uses entertainers around the world to push the culture that they want, which is not far-fetched. Now, these allegations against Diddy are obviously disturbing. So disturbing that John Rich wrote a song about it. John Rich, I don't know much about him. I'm assuming he's a country artist by the way his whole, you know, get up is, but let's hear. It's on the Say Still show, by the way. Let's check it out.
I'd like to read for people at home the lyrics to a new song you wrote. Dedicated to P. Diddy.
Oh yeah, I dedicated a song to him. I sure did. I haven't finished writing it.
Okay.
It's just the lyrics.
So
yeah.
these lyrics are, I'll read them and you tell me how accurate they are as far as what you're still working on.
Oh, they're accurate. I haven't changed one word. I just haven't
Okay.
finished the song.
Okay. Evil runs around this town undercover looking for a soul to take. But they better stay away from the righteous hunter or hell is all they'll pay. 'Cause I see around the corner and I know you're coming. I see you around the corner, I know you're coming. If you had any sense, you'd run. But you ain't got a clue what a daddy will do. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun. Better give your soul to Jesus while I get my gun.
That's correct.
Why did you write that song?
Because if you come after my kids, I'll kill you. Try it. I would much rather spend the rest of my life in prison and my kids are okay. They have no understanding the level of sincerity that regular everyday Americans have when it comes to their kids. I would much rather stand in front of a freight train than you ever lay a pinky on one of my kids. And these arrogant bastards going out there saying, like Sean Combs said, we'll take your soul. We'll take your soul. We own your kids. We determine what clothes they wear. We determine, we guide their lives. We'll take your souls. With this crazy demonic look on his face, standing on a microphone on a stage with bright lights and television cameras. And he is saying this to us. Okay, Sean Combs, why don't you come on and try it one time? Because you'll only do your dirty work in the shadows. You'll only do the dirty work under the house, right? Because you're a coward, evil, wicked, satanic, demonic demon is what you are. And we have absolutely no fear of you. We have less than fear. We have nothing for you other than total annihilation of you and everything you stand for and everything you're doing to the kids of the United States of America. That's what that little lyric is about.
As a father, I'm not going to get too attached because, you know, I get to speaking about my kids. And then as a parent, not even just as a father, as a parent, y'all know how it goes when you get to talking about defending your babies. But yeah, I definitely question a lot of parents as it relates to the children. Once we find out all the facts of the situation, but, you know, the less children that are involved in this, you know, I couldn't imagine, man. I completely 100% agree with everything that this father just said. 100%, I back it up. 100%, I feel the exact same way, man. Don't try me about my babies. I'm not even gonna say more than that. Just don't try me about my babies. Don't do it. Just don't do it. No, it won't work out in nobody's favor except for my babies to be okay. But somebody wrote, despite assertions that Diddy and Epstein files will be released, he is doubtful as both likely reveal Mossad, Mossad. I don't know what that is, and CIA blackmail operation of the most powerful people in the world, including the Kenyan. I'm assuming they're speaking on Barack Obama when they say that. Because, you know, he's originally from there. Every single person or Hawaii, every single person who ever went to a Diddy party needs a deep investigation into their lives, somebody wrote. Let's just continue to see what we got. We have this clip of Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk. I'm pretty sure we played it in a previous reaction, but Elon has been trending, and I think is only fitting. Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage, he says. Let's check it out.
Between Diddy and Epstein, there's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird that the people on those videos are lecturing the rest of us about our moral failings, isn't it?
Yeah, it's weird.
What is that?
Well, I mean, part of how they deflect attention from themselves is by, criticizing the morals of others.
Yes.
It's sort of like a preemptive moral strike. Those who are saying Trump is a threat to democracy are themselves actually the threat to democracy.
It feels like we're getting to a place where the rest of us know too much. Like, what happens next now that we know all this? The kidnapper's shown us his face. Like, what happened?
I want to know, do you think we'll ever get to the bottom of it? I really want to know from you guys in the comments. Do y'all think we will ever get to the bottom of this situation? Somebody said, it's all the other participants we are invested in now. Excuse me. I don't know who's actually on these lists. Of course, we see lists floating around the internet, but I don't know which one is the definitive one. Somebody said, exactly, release the list and put them in jail. Right. Okay, so I ain't the only one. I need a definitive list to know who's on these. People assaulted by P. Diddy should testify in court. These vultures deserve life in prison for his alleged crimes. I'm reading, obviously. Show me the face of a criminal and a vampire if you see one. And it's a picture of Diddy. Every accusation is a confession, somebody says. Time for evil to crawl into a hole and die before it finds you. And why does Elon know more than we do, though? Why is this still being gatekept? Somebody said, interesting question. Now, back to Jay-Z, because, this whole video is about Diddy and Jay-Z. Dame Dash, he spoke on The Art of Dialogue, talking about how white media has turned on Jay-Z. You can't control Charlemagne the God. I ain't calling him that. Charlemagne and Drink Champs. It says you can't control Charlemagne and Drink Champs, but it's them other people that he has to worry about pushing the narrative. Check this out.
And I've never seen them do that before. So that's the thing. Like, usually things get brushed under the rug with him. And I've been accused of shit that I haven't done before. And people don't scrutinize. I didn't get as scrutinized as he's getting. So I'm like, it's just odd to see him in that, getting looked at in that way by white people. Like Jay does, yeah, like I hope that shit didn't happen, but I'm like, damn, they turned the world real. Like, people on a certain level have been fucking with him a certain way where he couldn't do no wrong for like 25 years straight. This is the first time he's not getting a pass with white media. Like, he can control black media because a lot of them either work or do business with him. But Drink Champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne. Because, those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? Because for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. You're not going to win. Let's get a deposition or something, you know? So I don't know why they on his head so much, pause. But I never seen him, you know, under this, you know, I never seen him in this position to have to explain himself. Pause.
How you feel about the statement he came out with?
I mean, I didn't hear him say anything. I heard a piece of, you know, like I said, for me, I like, you see, I'm doing an interview, so I talk. I thought it was long. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, you know, I think right now, his silence is the worst thing for him if he is innocent. He needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer because I went to court with him. So to me, everything that guy says is, you know, allegedly a lie, just based on my experience with going to court with him. I don't trust the Alex Shapiro dude. He's ill. He's an ill dude. He'll say anything. Like, he crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't have him talking for me. If he wants, you know, I'm not going to sit there and say nothing bad or good or defend or anything, because it'll all play itself out. I just think it's kind of ill that they're on his head like that. And if he's, you know, he should probably come out and say something. Like, I believe right now, you know, everybody needs to be transparent. Like, back in the day, not saying something could have been like the wave, but that was before social media. So now that there's social media and transparency, if you got an issue, you don't let people speak for you. You should speak for yourself. Let people ask you questions and, you know, go from there. That's what I would do.
So you don't think it was a good idea for his lawyer to speak for him?
Mm-hmm. It's been too many things said for too long. So I'd be like, yo, it's a lot. Again, I'm telling you what I did. So I got accused of a sexual assault. I went through a full trial. The first thing I did is I made my statement. And then I went and did an interview. You know, that's what I did. And I went to trial. It didn't affect me. You know, like, I can't say it didn't completely affect me, but what I could say is they didn't do that shit they doing to him, to me. You know, and then when I won the trial, no one said a word. You know, saying that, you know, it's hard. Like, I don't think I would have said that he didn't know Puff at all or wasn't his friend. I thought that was a little extreme. I thought that was the wrong choice of words. I think that's going to trigger a lot of backlash. But the thing is, I never seen him get backlash at all. So that's what I'm saying. Now he getting backlash. Like, when do you know Jay-Z to be on his heels other than when he got beat up in the elevator? But that was nothing. But I've never seen him under the fire ever. Not in a long time. Not like, I've never seen people on his head like that, Paul. Ever.
Yeah,
Now, the sentiment following this video is just, oh man, this guy Dame Dash, all he talks about is Jay-Z. He's made a career off Jay-Z, you know, and all this other stuff. Like, I can read a few comments. He needs to worry about keeping his teeth in his mouth. Shake my head. This guy's making a career out of speaking on Jay-Z, similar to Skip Bayless speaking on LeBron. Somebody says he hopes Jay-Z would wipe. I mean, what? Let me read something else. Dame Dash is obsessed with Jay-Z. This is so sad, man. Jay was with Dame, BA, the night in question. He literally praying on this man's downfall. All I can say is all we can do is wait. All we can do is wait.